Hey, good afternoon, guys. How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Your old buddy Tim back in the Revolve studio, and this is going to be video number 3 of 4 on the topic of is a career in real estate right for you? Now, this is video 3. As I said, there have been 2 other videos that addressed 5 items at a time. I'm not going to review those. Go back and watch those videos. Let's look at the other 5. Now, these videos are concentrating on whether or not a career in real estate is right for you based on your experience, your expectations, your goals, your talents, your needs, that sort of thing. And so, this is just my advice after being in the business and seeing what it takes to survive and thrive. These are what we're talking about. So the next one is this. Can you sell? Are you comfortable selling? And can you close a deal? Now, for the life of me, I don't know why anyone would go into real estate if they were not comfortable talking to people and trying to sell, because this is a sales business. Basically, what we do is we broker deals between buyers and sellers, and there's always an element of salesmanship in there. So you're going to be selling if you are not comfortable selling. And I'm talking about things like, let's say you're holding an open house and folks walk in, you give them a tour, you have to constantly be selling that house. Now, I'm not talking about the hard-nosed direct selling like you'll see it, with like if you're buying a car or other things like that. I'm talking more about subtle selling. And there's more to selling than just face-to-face conversation. You have to sell in everything you do. When you post something on Facebook, you're selling. When you are talking to people at a chamber event, you are selling. And I always remind folks the number one thing that any good salesperson sells is themselves. People do business with folks that they like, know, and trust. If they don't like you, they don't know you, they don't trust you, they're not going to do business with you. But you have to always be selling. You have to be, I don't want you to be aggressive about it, but you have to be comfortable selling your services, selling the services of your company, and you have to be comfortable asking for the sale. Mr. Jones, I've told you everything that you need to know. Are you ready for me to list your home? Or, I've shown you 5 houses. Let's get one picked and under contract. You have to always be comfortable selling. I'm not saying you have to be pushy. I hate pushy. But you have to be able to talk to people and move them toward a goal. This one, next one, let's talk a little bit about your sphere. How big is your sphere of influence? And sphere of influence is just a fancy term meaning how many people do you know? The more you know, the better. Although I have some very successful agents working for me, Amy Patterson being one of them, who moved to this area, didn't know anybody, transferred here with her husband, and decided to go into real estate. And Amy is very good at building a sphere, meeting new people, being nice, getting them to like her, getting to know them. And as they have needs for what she does, they come to her. Amy is working a number of deals now based solely off of her sphere of influence. Just about every deal that I do now comes from my sphere. And again, the sphere is people that you know, who know, like, and trust you. They may be referrals from past clients, referrals from friends and family, that sort of thing, people that you know on social media. And I think going along with that is how comfortable would you be contacting your sphere to let them know that you are now a real estate agent? That's the very first thing you need to do. The minute you get your license, if not before, you need to contact your sphere, everybody in your phone, everybody on Facebook, everybody in your social circles, everybody at church, wherever. You have to be comfortable announcing to them that you are now a real estate agent and you can serve them. And that's the key. Serving the client is what will make you successful. So how big is your sphere and how comfortable are you tapping that sphere? The next one on the list is, are you comfortable networking? Ours is a business that requires you to talk to people even when you don't feel like talking to them, and a lot of times when you don't like them. I got to tell you. So, can you network? Are you comfortable walking into a room full of people and going around and introducing yourself, handing out your business card, making small talk? You know, you're probably not going to believe this, but I would rather be sitting by myself with a good book than in a crowd of people. However, as an entrepreneur, part of my success has come from my ability to network and talk to people and pretend that I'm having a good time. So, how are you at networking? Do you freeze up in crowds? Do you get your little Sprite and go stand by the corner? Or are you out there actively talking to everyone? If you are a wallflower, you're not going to sell a lot of houses. Number 14 on the list of the top 20, and this is a big one. How do you handle rejection? Can you handle rejection? I mentioned before, this is a sales business. There is rejection all through our process. It may be rejection from folks you're cold calling on the phone to try to get a listing. It could be rejection from someone who does not want to accept your offer. It could be people that just reject you. They don't want to work with you. Can you handle that without taking it personally? Because if you can't, your feelings are going to get hurt a lot in real estate. So how do you handle rejection? Do you have the ability to understand that it's usually nothing personal? It's just a rejection. And the old sales adage is a rejection is nothing more than a request for more information. I've been told a lot, but I've managed to turn those no's into yeses. All right. And finally, for this video, and this is a big one, this is one of the reasons I believe that you will either be very successful in real estate or not at all. Can you cold call? Are you comfortable prospecting on the phone or knocking doors? You know, I didn't realize this until I started looking at starting a real estate company, but because we are in a sales business, a hyper-competitive sales business, you have to cold call. You have to get on the phone and call people you don't know and try to get an appointment to see their home or sell their home or what have you. If you are not comfortable talking on the phone, you know, I'm not saying that you're going to fail, but I am saying that you're going to have to come up with other ways to prospect and acquire clients. The first, 3 or 4 months I had my real estate license, I would come into the office every day and I would get on the phone and I would call FSBOs for sale by owners and expireds for hours until I got an appointment. I was comfortable doing that because I've been doing sales my whole life. It horrifies most people. So think about that. How are you? Could you walk up to someone's house, knock on the door, and ask them if they've ever thought about selling their home? It's an uncomfortable situation for 99% of the people out there. Same way with calling. You know, we can call and, have conversations with other folks, but when we're the ones actively trying to sell something, it's very tough. So, all right, I'm going to turn this video off there. Those are the next 5 in the list of 20. Can you sell? Are you comfortable selling? Can you close? How big is your sphere of influence? And are you comfortable working that sphere for business? Can you network? Are you a wallflower, or can you get in the crowd and have conversations? How do you handle rejection? And finally, and I think this is the big one, can you cold call and prospect? Okay. So far in 3 videos, I've given you 15 things that you need to think about before you dive into a real estate career. We're going to do one more video, 5 more to list out the 20, and that's coming up soon. So in the meantime, if I can do anything for you, if you're thinking about getting into real estate, if you would just like to have a very open and honest conversation about your thoughts and your prospects becoming an agent, I'd be happy to talk to you, whether you come with Revolved or not. Give me a call, 679-0704, or look me up on the web, revolved.com, or email me, tim@revolved.com. All right, that's it. I hope you're finding these videos helpful, and I'll be back soon with the final 5 in the list of 20. All right, have a great day.